Hello there once again, it's your old pal Locke the Bounty Hunter, and on today's very special episode, you know it, it's one of my favorite channels. It's complicated with a video entitled Dress for Myself. You know I can't stay away from this stuff, gentlemen and gents. The link for his channel is in the description down below. Make sure you give this guy a like, subscribe to his channel, definitely check out his work. You know I can't stay away. It's my calling from the intergalactic space god Mobile Art, all hail, and I don't want to waste any more time, so let's just go right ahead and dive right in, shall we?
When single women dress sexy and wear makeup, are they seeking attention?
Yes. Oh my god. 1,100 billion times yes. There's no other answer.
Yes, but not necessarily male attention.
Liar! 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 That is the whole point of makeup. You want attention from men. That's how you get your validation, because you got no other reason for existing, woman. I mean, let's not mince words here.
Well, are they seeking attention from other women, men, or the right man?
They're looking for attention from everybody, but the main goal is Chad. It's always been Chad. Let's just be real here. They don't want attention from average men. I mean, just think about it. How many times are they insulted when an average man comes up to them when they're not dressed to the nines? I mean, it's actually kind of hilarious how reverse society has become in the last couple of decades. It's actually quite uncanny.
I'd say women.
Just look at them. They are trying so hard to conjure up a random lie, and they can't do it. They can't do it. This is why I love this guy.
And men, I don't believe there is a right man.
Liar! 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 Yeah, you do. His name is Chadicus Tyronius Rayralius the 97th. He's been around for a while, and that is the only man who will suffice for a woman like you.
Attention in general. They just want to be seen. They want to be, you know.
You have a neck tattoo. You should not be referring to them as they.
Admired.
Does the way you dress attract the type of man that you want?
Yes, it does, but only if Chad's willing to slum it.
No.
I think it's a lot of like self-expression and not always like you could want like a really nice, respectful guy. And
that is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Self-expression. Okay, let's break this down for a second. How exactly are you expressing yourself when your boobage is out for everyone on display and you got enough makeup caked on your face to give your average avenue stroller a chance to take some notes? That's not self-expression. If anything, it's just proof that you're part of the hive mind.
then you're still really, you enjoy like dressing like you're going out and like partying and stuff.
If women dress sexy for themselves, why do some women wear uncomfortable shoes and skimpy outfits when it's freezing outside?
Hoes don't get cold.
Yeah, that makes sense. Goes with your heart.
They're popping out. They want to be seen by everybody, not themselves. Or I would stay inside.
Well, if they were dressing for themselves, wouldn't they be comfortable?
No, it's because they want attention.
Not always. Sometimes they wanna feel pretty, so you know.
Like it's what makes them confident and it's what makes them feel good. And even
Confidence? You don't have any confidence. If you were confident, you wouldn't need to dress in revealing clothing. You wouldn't need that. If you were confident, you would be able to pick up a dude just in regular clothes. Like the way you're dressed right now.
and if it's uncomfortable, it's you look in the mirror, you like the way you look. Yeah.
I think it definitely depends on like the vibe of the place that you're going to as well. Like if I know I'm going out to a bar, I'm gonna wear uncomfortable shoes and it's gonna suck. But if I look good and I feel good and I get good pictures out of it.
That's just it. You're looking for hedonistic bliss. You're looking to get drunk. You're looking to take some vain photographs and you're hoping to get Chad. That is why you dress that way. It has nothing to do with confidence. It has everything to do with destroying your image with hedonism.
Beauty is pain, so.
They say pretty hurts. Beauty is pain, so, you know?
No, woman, beauty is not pain. Life is pain. Anybody who says otherwise is trying to sell you something.
If people should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies, why do we have a law that you need to wear clothes in public?
Because let's face it, some people just need to wear clothes. We do not need to be seeing everything on display.
You gotta wear clothes in public, obviously.
Why?
Because I don't want to be looking at naked fat people.
Because you have to. Like, you can't just be naked. That's just crazy.
I think clothes are restrictive. I think clothes suck, to be fair.
And yet you are fully covered.
I think it's gotten a lot looser. Like in society, maybe 100 years ago, again, wearing what I'm wearing would be like, look at her, you know, whatever. I think it's just gotten it's changed a lot, but I think in general, like terms of covering up has just become something like, I think a lot of it has to do with kids, because there's nude beaches that people don't care about, but there aren't kids there. I think
like people talking, they say, huh? What are you talking about?
Nude beaches. Okay, so that covers about less than 1% of the country. And when you're talking about nude beaches, you're talking about a bunch of wrinkled up, leather-skinned old people. That's always been my impression of nudists. The people that are the most unpleasant to look at are always the ones who want to be nudists. It's kind of disconcerting, but personally, when it comes to clothing, I wish we had the 1940s sensibilities that you wore a suit. I kind of miss those days, because if you walk around wearing a suit right now, I don't know about you, but it feels kind of awkward. I wish it didn't.
a lot of it is wanting to protect younger kids from forming any ideas of sexuality too young.
And yet they have instant access to the hub of corn. You did not think this one through, sister.
I feel like that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Should a woman be able to wear whatever she wants, wherever she wants?
Well, let's face it, we live in an era where she's gonna do that regardless.
I want to say yes, but you should also respect yourself as well. But yes, live your life.
What if that place has a dress code?
Follow it or break the rules. No.
Modern women just break the rules. Let's just be real here. They don't accept the rules and they make up their own. And when they make up their own, they demand that they're followed as law, which is why they're constantly contradicting themselves. That and a lack of upper brain function.
Definitely follow it. If it has a dress code and that's somewhere you want to go, you want to dress appropriate for the occasion.
Yes, it depends on where you're going. Some restaurants want you to dress classy, so I would understand that.
How would you know? Is that a dude? I am genuinely curious here because I cannot freaking tell. That's kind of scary. That's kind of creepy. And the fact that you're using this individual as a human shield is also kind of creepy.
What's the difference between dressing classy versus dressing trashy?
Look in the mirror and you'll find out, sister.
Trashy would be more so like when you got like your titties and your ass out, for sure.
It's all about how you carry yourself. It's about how you carry yourself. You know, you can show some skin, but it's about how you act when you're showing that skin that matters. So
I disagree. I mean, it's not just about how you carry yourself, but a certain level of modesty does go a long way. Which is why, you know, some skin, some leg, sure. There's plenty of women out there who dress conservatively and are still incredibly attractive. You don't have to show skin. In fact, with the way modern women dress right now, it's actually profoundly unattractive in my opinion.
Do you think men who lead with their wallets attract gold diggers the same way that women who dress slutty will attract F-boys?
Yes, the only problem is that the women who dress like avenue strollers are expecting rich men. That's the culture that's been created.
yes.
Because if you're leading with your wallet, there's nothing else for you to give me. And if you're flashing money, you're not gonna attract the people that really want to deal with you.
But don't you expect men to delete their wallets? All we ever hear is men should be paying for dinner, men should be buying the Uber, men should be paying for the babysitter, men should be paying for this, men should be paying for that, men need to be the providers, blah, 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 blah. And yet you'll say, maybe I'll contribute something every once in a while, but the man needs to do the majority of the financial heavy lifting. I mean, that has been considered industry standard forever. You expect men to lead with their wallets.
The gold diggers are gonna be the first ones to flock to you, and they know exactly how to get you.
Should a woman be surprised if she's harshly judged for wearing a slutty outfit to meet her boyfriend's mom?
No.
Why?
because that's just unrespectful to the mom.
It also makes a god-awful first impression. It's not only disrespectful to that dude's mom, it's also disrespectful to the dude, to the fact that she is not willing to show that she is worthy of her son. That's what this is about here.
Moms probably don't like that. You gotta dress, you gotta look good.
Well, you clearly don't know, do you, sister?
I think outfits are a form of expression 100%, and
They are not a form of expression. If they were a form of expression, women would be dressing differently. However, when we take a look at the majority of modern women, they dress the freaking same when they go out. That is not a form of expression. That is a cultist uniform.
should wear what you feel confident and comfortable in, but I think it's definitely a time and a place thing. If you're going to meet a parent, maybe don't wear that mini skirt.
If you had a daughter, would you let her leave the house wearing whatever she wants?
No, depending on her age, but no.
It really depends on the age. Consider like whatever she wants really depends. If we're assuming that whatever she wants is really little clothing or something that's really revealing.
And that is why we are in the mess that we are in. If you have a daughter, you owe it to that child to have her not dress provocatively. Now, there's a difference between forcing her to completely cover up every inch of her body in heavy fabric and making sure that she's not dressing up like some backup dancer in a late 90s music video. There is a fine line, but stepping up and telling your child not to dress like an Avenue stroller, that's not being controlling. That is protecting the virtues of your children. It doesn't depend on the age. Once they become adults and they move out of the house, that's one thing. But if you're living under your parents' roof, you should owe them the respect and dignity of dressing like a person.
Probably not, mainly because I know, unfortunately, how people react in.
How much you want to bet they're hungover right now? They don't know what they're talking about. Just look at their eyes. Like, they cannot come up with any answers right now.
In society, and how like she'll be looked at, how she'll be talked to, if she's going out in public, will she be catcalled, could she potentially be touched, those kinds of things. And out of a protective nature, I wouldn't want my daughter being subjected to those things that I think less protective parents allow their kids to be subjected to.
Why is a father considered to be a good dad if he encourages his daughter to dress modestly, but a boyfriend is controlling if he encourages his girlfriend to do the same?
That used to be the case. Now fathers are really just considered bastards no matter what they do. It doesn't matter now. All fathers are just evil, controlling people when it comes to their kids, to the point where the state actually wants to take over because they believe they know what's better for the kids. But that is a different subject that we are not touching with a 10-foot pole.
Because of a daughter should listen to her father, and the boyfriend should, he found her how he found her. So either way it goes, he needs to,
So he should treat her as he found her, huh? So, like common gutter trash?
Flaunt that. You can't date a bad bitch if you can't handle a bad bitch.
Okay, you twisted my arm. I won't date you. Somehow, I will find the willpower to survive.
When it seems like a father is doing it, it seems protective, but when a boyfriend is doing it, it seems jealous and controlling because they have different feelings towards that daughter/girlfriend. Like a father won't have like romantic or sexual feelings, and so it's just like, oh, he's trying to protect his daughter, he's doing the best for her. Whereas a boyfriend knows, like, if he finds her attractive, other guys are gonna find her attractive.
Exactly. It comes from the same place. A man does not want his woman dressing provocatively because other men are going to see her, they are going to be attracted to her, and it increases the odds of something bad happening. He says he doesn't want you to dress provocatively because he cares about you. And yes, men, if they're in a committed relationship, they kinda sorta don't really like it when their women are being hit on by other dudes. That is kind of a line they don't want crossed. They want you kept. And if you're in a committed relationship with a guy, that is not a big ask. And if you take offense to that, then you really have no business being in a relationship, do you?
And he's trying to control that. He doesn't want other guys to think that about her. So I think that's why the tone is different.
Well, how do you protect something that you don't control?
Checkmate.
Gang.
When all else fails, just dump it on the next guy, just like a modern woman.
I don't know. You're the one that said it. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't think there's like too much of it. Like realistically, there's not much of a difference in the way that they're controlling or protecting the girl. I think it's just that's how.
And yet you have a negative connotation when the boyfriend does it. Go flippin' figure.
People view it. It's, you know, the dad isn't trying to have the daughter in any way, so he's just doing the nice thing, whereas I think...
No, he's not doing the nice thing. He is not doing the nice thing. He is doing what men do, and that is protect women. And that is one of the many ways how men protect women. I mean, for the love of tennis, woman, it is not rocket science. Well, maybe it is for you. I am not seeing a whole lot of light behind those eyes.
Boyfriends will instantly just come across as controlling, and so without really having like the analytical questions like you just asked, people just kind of make those snap judgments and are like, oh, the boyfriend's controlling, you should be able to do whatever you want, but your dad is protecting you.
How can a man be responsible for a woman's safety if he has no say over the risks that she takes?
He can't be. If a woman's taking a risk, I know, because you're shoving it in my face. Sorry, I don't know what the question was.
Okay, all right, we'll move on.
Hungover.
We'll move on. Why are gay people more aware of how their clothes and behavior present to the world than the straight women who complain that revealing clothing shouldn't get them unwanted attention?
That is because that community is celebrated. It is celebrated to the degree that they can virtually do no wrong. It's encouraged. That community has the full support of big business, big pharma, of the culture, social media, you name it. So pretty much everything they do is celebrated as being a brave form of expression.
These women are fucking delusional.
I feel like gay people are more of embracing their self. Girls are more of like, you know, everyone has their...
Well, you just said that, like, dressing provocatively is a form of self-expression. I'm telling you, gentlemen and gents, modern women have the memory of goldfish. And that is almost a compliment.
Insecurities, but gay people, once they come out, they're embracing it. They're, you know, confident in it. So they're going to flaunt it.
Women are delusional. They believe in their brains that they're supposed to just do whatever they want to do. And
I am telling you, this blue-haired human shield is unsettling. Good Lord. What is happening here?
Nobody else is entitled to their opinion.
Are men more thirsty for sex, or are women more thirsty for attention?
Yes. Women are more thirsty for attention. Yes, men do want bedroom fun, but at the same time, like, modern women want to give the illusion that they have a chance with bedroom fun in order to get something. We're seeing it more and more. It's behavior that's freaking encouraged. Men are no longer men. Men are just seen as service providers. But I know my worth. They can't afford my subscription fees.
Damn. I would say men are more thirsty for sex.
Which one is more of a biological need?
Doesn't matter when it comes to men. When it comes to men, their needs are considered selfish and arrogant. Men's needs nowadays do not matter. If a man wants relations, then he has to do it only when the woman wants it. If not, then he is a bedroom fun starved crazy person. However, if a man does not want or need it, and she does, then he is just some hateful bastard who won't service her. That's what it comes down to.
I would say men looking for sex.
Women are thirsty for attention.
Women more thirsty for attention.
I feel like sex will be more of like a biological need.
Well, why is one any more shameful than the other?
It's only shameful when it comes to men, because men can't win in the modern world. We're not allowed to.
They cancel each other out.
Well, from my personal experience, men love sex. Like,
wow, men love bedroom fun. Yeah, you truly are just the pinnacle of human philosophy. Let's go ahead and give her a round of applause for what she thinks is a sociological flex.
Congratulations!
Next thing you're going to tell me is that ice cream tastes good.
they just love it. I feel like for women, a lot of the ones that crave that attention, they have like some, not all of them, I can't speak for like the population, but a lot of them.
And yet you're speaking for the population. You really don't know how words work, do you?
Have like issues with like at home.
Emotional damage.
I mean, I can speak. I'm not like judging. Like, I crave attention a lot.
If women are so concerned about being judged as slutty, why would they ever dress in a way that might be perceived as slutty?
Because modern women don't think about the consequences of their actions. I'm not even convinced they know how to think.
I don't think they're worried about looking slutty. You know you look slutty if you look slutty, but like...
That does not make sense!
Do you though? I mean, if you did, then you wouldn't be dressing the way you did.
It's mostly for yourself and not for anyone else.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
Who's more delusional? Sexy women who say they dress for themselves, or high-level men who say they improve for themselves?
The difference between a modern woman and a top-tier man is that a top-tier man actually has respect for himself.
High-level men who say they improve for themselves.
Why?
Because they overcompensate. They're compensating for something.
Again, this begs the question, how the hell would you know?
Don't both do it for the attention of the opposite sex?
Some men do it to please other men.
Why is it considered cruel to tease an animal, but it's not considered cruel to tease a man?
Men ain't shit.
You're not one to talk, sister. Oh! And that is gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button. Ring the notification bell and leave a couple of comments and share this video so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you once again to the It's Complicated channel. This man never fails when it comes to making quality content. Once again, the link is in the description down below. Check him out if you haven't already. He's one of the most underrated channels on YouTube as far as this bounty hunter is concerned. So thank you once again for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.